Good morning, folks. I was just sitting here kind of going over news, checking out what's all going on for the day, and ran across a couple of articles, nothing new. I've seen a lot of them lately, and it's what I like to call the war on landlords. And I think there's a very, very large effort from the powers that be right now using social media to try to garner support for the end of the landlord. Now, you see a lot of articles going around talking about how unfair landlords are, how bad they are, how unfair they are. I mean, these articles are just loaded with negativity about the whole idea of being a landlord, right? And it's mind blowing to me because if you pay close attention to these articles, they aren't going after management businesses. They're not going after the large property management businesses. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about places like BlackRock, for instance. You don't see these articles going against places like that. What you see is articles going against Joe Bob, the guy that has lived in town all his life and owns a few homes, maybe owns a few apartment buildings, like our landlord. Okay? That's what the war is against. The war is against people like our landlord. Okay? And what they want, what the powers that be want, is not an end to rental property. If anybody gets the idea that all these articles that they're stirring up when they're attacking landlords, if anybody gets the idea that that means in the end that they're actually, people are fighting on their behalf for something better, you're sadly mistaken. It's actually quite the opposite. Because here's what they are trying to do. They are trying to get all of these rental properties owned by these big property management companies. Why? Because it's easier to control and regulate those big corporations than what it is Joe Bob, that's lived in town all his life, that owns some rental property. Okay? Look at all of the asinine rules that have gone in place for public housing. And you may or may not care about that. It may or may not affect you personally. But the freedom that you're unwilling to defend for others is going to be the freedom that they're unwilling to defend for you. So as they're putting all these asinine rules in for all these, government-assisted properties like curfews, no visitors after 10 p.m., right? No barbecuing, because yes, that is on most of them, that you can't even have a barbecue grill. Oh, but there could be a fire. Yeah, there could. There could also be a fire from a million other things in that building. It's crazy. What it is, and we see it all across the social realm, is they are taking away our individuality. That is why they don't want you to have any type of outside furniture, why they don't want you to have any type of outside plants. That is why. They want to take away your individuality. Why? Because that's what makes you fight for freedom. The more of an individual you truly are, the more truly free you are in your heart and in your mind, the harder you are to control. And humans often use visual things to remind them of those freedoms, even if it's a damn lawn chair out front. So they are removing as many of these, we'll call them extracurricular things, out of our lives so that we all become closer to the same. Now let's take it back to the subject at hand here. They want to get rid of all these Joe Blow landlords so they can have these major corporate property management companies call the shots. Remember those big mega cities, those super cities that they talked about so much? Well, it's going to be pretty easy to achieve when all those big corporations just stops allowing people to live in those homes and places they don't want people to be. It's a hell of a big chessboard with a hell of a big game of chess going on right now. Never, never let your emotions lead you, because that's what they are doing to take every single thing away from us. Shalom.